Yes, she was.
So her sales doesn't. She can't. Okay.
Hello, chat.
Hello, everyone. We are complaining about fellow authors. It's so much fun.
No, we're not. We
This,
would never complain about fellow
this
authors
is
because
what
we
we
love them
do
all.
when you can't hear us.
Oh no, we totally complain about a fellow authors, just for the record. For the record, though, all the complaining we just did, we didn't name a single name.
Nope, no names.
And we weren't even live, so we were protecting everyone.
The names
No
were
names.
obscured to protect the guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, man, authors are an eclectic bunch.
True.
An eclectic
Something.
bunch.
Yeah, that's not a lie.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of eclectic, I love every time we get to see Jessica, we get sweet Kitty. I don't care what his mommy says. And Wonder Woman crotch every single time. Like I can't not stare at it. Like it's right there.
I mean, the costume design was designed for a reason, right?
Yes, yes, it works. It's full.
There's worse crotches you could be staring at.
That's true. That's very true.
That's true.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, you have two kitties. Someone else demands attention, huh?
Yeah, I just got home and the world had ended because I was not home at a normal hour.
Where were
past
you?
dinner
We thought
time.
you died.
Yeah, everyone just about starved to death. There was nearly a millimeter of food not in the bowl, so there was some bowl showing.
Oh, wow,
Ooh.
that's
Cardinal
Totally
sin. What kind of cat owner are you? Jeez.
They starved.
Every time my mom would see my dog bag, she'd be like, "Feed that dog some food." I'm like, "He eats plenty,
Yeah, I'm like,
thank
yeah.
you." Like,
Right.
he's fine.
Look, just poke him. You'll see.
Yes.
Speaking of dog, mine wants to go out real quick. So let me see.
of course she does.
I didn't even open up chat.
That's
so
the way
let
that
me-
works.
She loves to do that. As soon as I go live and start talking, she's like, "Sweet, can I go out and pee?" I'm like, "Dude,
It's
I
time
just
for
let you out."
attention.
Hey, we have been walking 3 miles, but this week we've only been doing 2 because I've started adding some running. And adding some running makes it so much harder. I can only go 2 miles now. Like it's ridiculous.
I assume I'm listening to a cat breathing.
Yes. Well, hitting
Yeah,
the mic.
it's ASM cat.
That's adorable. I love that. That
Second
makes me
career,
so
Jess.
happy.
Cat is like, "I am the star now. No, I am
The
solo."
purr too into that mic. I mean,
I heard that last time. I heard the purring.
He is purring and he's rubbing against it because he's a weirdo. So,
but he's your weirdo.
yes, they are all my weirdos.
All right, I'm gonna let the puppy out real quick, and I'm assuming we're gonna do like a "this is what happened last time."
Yes, because I definitely remember that.
We all have notes, right?
Seriously, don't make me start
Speaking
making
of-
Zafo write poetry.
Oh hell nah.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
amazing.
I think we should do that.
Yeah, I think so too.
I speak it, and therefore it is so. As the game master.
You're in trouble now, Zafo. You get to start every episode with your own poetry.
That sounds like a bad time for everybody.
That sounds like a great time to me.
Sounds like a bad time for you and a great time for everyone else.
All right, so while you're doing the summary, I'm gonna let her out.
Oh, icky.
Properly named at that time.
Straight to the butt to the face.
Yeah, straight up teabag right on my face. Nasty.
Yeah, it really is a very nice looking Wonder Woman print.
Yeah, somebody gave me that a long time ago.
Oh wow, that is pretty. Cool. Yeah, Lena used to collect Wonder Woman art, but she liked the like the 50s, 60s
Oh yeah, the
looking
vintage
stuff.
looking stuff.
Yeah.
I like all of it.
Better, I can see.
I've got a lot of comic art in here, so
All right, Greg, are you going to give us the rundown?
You
Or are
guys,
you looking it up?
no, you guys. I don't have anything to look up unless I watch the video. You guys infiltrated Crocodilius, infiltrated the Centrality headquarters, and got in the elevator after messing up some guards.
And we are
I'll
now
be
listening to a Muzak version of Ipanema.
I will admit that I do not remember how extensively you messed them up, but I thought it was pretty extensive.
All right, so we're heading. We left the records level,
Yes.
and how did we go down from there? Did we go down the elevator from the records level?
When we left off, you were getting in the elevator and going down.
Okay, but it wasn't. Is that the elevator down to the pit or?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Can our whole bodies go or just our souls?
No, your whole bodies can go. This isn't the
Okay, good. That's
metaphysical
what I thought. I
portion
was
of the
very
journey.
confused when we were talking about it. I'm like, I swear, I remember Seth going down there, like not just okay, cool.
Yeah, what we're about to do, I don't. I don't think anybody in the books did.
Okay, that's why I'm confused. I feel better now. Okay, cool.
I mean, she did kind of interact with the gods on their own turf, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was like
Out of
this.
her body, yeah.
So yeah, it's a nice. You basically the elevator. You're going down. It's a steady. This is like a VIP elevator, so it's not going to be super fast or uh, harsh in its acceleration, but it is a steady acceleration as you go down. So you constantly have a feeling like you're kind of lifting off the ground a little bit, and that sort of going, you know, turning down the roller coaster hill feeling of your stomach
It's my favorite part.
going up a bit as you accelerate, and then you can tell when you reach the halfway point because you start decelerating again, and you get the opposite feeling where you start feeling like you weigh a little bit more, and you're feeling it in your knees and your joints. So it's like I said, fairly long trip. I don't know if anyone wants to have any character-centric conversations, or if we're all just riding in silence, awkwardly staring up at the corner as one does in elevators.
I should have peed first.
So how long does this? How long does this trip last total?
I don't know because I never wanted to figure that math out in the series because I didn't want to nail myself down. But it's a decent amount of time. Let's call it 20 minutes for the hell of it.
Okay,
'Cause you're
that's. I
literally
was
going
thinking
to
like a
this.
day, but
No, it's not that bad. I did eventually work out some math to where this planet is smaller than Earth, and that's why it's easier to get down to the center. Not too
okay.
long. But yeah.
Tell Mom
Uh,
we need to put our bathroom in here.
All
like
right, so we want to talk to the machinist,
yes.
and I have forgotten why we want to talk to the machinist.
You want to find out how to uh,
Get a soul for Zepho, right?
impart more autonomy to the souls that make up the construct's personalities. Is I believe what you're after.
yes, that's correct.
Though technically you all should be the ones who know that because you're the ones who are after it. So, um, but I believe that is the answer. Yes.
Cool. Okay.
And the reason we're going down to the pit is because no one's quite sure where the large ingot of god iron that houses the machinist is physically located, and so you go down to the pit because you're sort of equidistant from everywhere, and you're in at a sort of focal point and most likely to be able to access it.
So we don't necessarily think that it is there.
It isn't there.
It is not there. It'll just be easier to get to wherever there is from
Right.
the pit, and we
You're
think
you're
that
you're
somehow we'll
as
be able to.
likely. You're equidistant from everywhere on the world, so you'll be most likely to be able to access it.
Okay, and we think obviously that we'll be able to find out where it is once we get there.
Yes. Well, there Zero has indicated that that's the only place realistically, unless you could physically figure out where it was located, the only place you could realistically access it would be from the pit because of that
Okay, so
focal point.
talking to Zero
connection.
then, what's the who's in charge when we get there, and how are we going to blend in? How are we going to not immediately be taken into custody once we get off this elevator?
So she looks at you and she kind of says, "I have no idea what the pit looks like these days." So we're
Well, okay.
from her point of view, you're very much winging it. Um, it's not a general public access. It's never been a general public access. It's not now. It's also not now something that the general public can access. But you feel fairly certain that since it's no longer serving as the prison of the gods, it's probably fairly different than it was 100 years ago, and it is. So, that
All
is a
right.
correct assumption.
It'll be fun when we get there.
Okay.
Are the like I have that little muskrat and
Yes.
Zapho, and we have Zapho, right? Are they acting any differently as we get closer to the center?
The muskrat isn't. Zapho, I will let you decide if you're acting differently or not.
That's a no. Still playing elevator music.
Zapho's playing elevator music from his speakers that Other is probably rethinking at this point. Uh,
20 minutes
No,
of the girl
actually,
from Ipanema.
he's every time he plays something, I make some notes, like what the emotional tone of the situation that we're in is, and what the actual physical locations are, what tune he's playing. I'm trying to figure out how he thinks and how he associates, and what his what if any emotional states he carries with him.
I love how much of a nerd Other is. It's
I
great.
know, I love it. By the way, when you figure all that out, can you send it to his wife? She's really curious.
Shot fired. Okay.
Yup.
We have incoming.
All right, but Sueg is not behaving any differently down here. That's the
No.
muskrat.
No. Good call on the name though. I had forgotten that.
Thank you. Sueg.
If you look
So-
around at the elevator, are there buttons to go back up?
Yeah,
That's a very good
there are.
question.
There are.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should have thought of that before we got in the elevator.
No, this isn't like a trap elevator. This is like this. So basically, this. If VIPs from the government wanted to conduct a sort of, official visit to the pit, this is the way they would go down. So this is not a, we'll call it like practical or like worker access point. This would be like for important people who needed to go down and see it.
So there's-
Yeah,
do-
I'm leaving an upper decker.
I was gonna say, is there leather tufted chairs then, so that we can all see?
Yeah, it's fairly swanky for an elevator. There's a. Well, if you guys want to leave an upper decker, we can say there's a toilet in there.
Can I pee first before you go in there?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, thank you.
There's like, I'm gonna want to go last. Just so
And
everyone,
you're going to want me to go last.
everyone's gonna want me to go last. So, yes. So yeah, it's relatively for an elevator well appointed, because again they're trying to they're trying not to horrify any governmental VIPs who might want to come visit.
Actually, is there a way that I can dismantle this thing once we get down? I
The
want to.
toilet?
No. The elevator itself. So that, I mean, if it's only 20 minutes, then that means that anybody following us could be 40 minutes away. So I
Hmm.
would like to dismantle this thing so that it doesn't, it can't just be
Okay.
immediately recalled.
So a
Dismantle or
sort of
disable?
disable.
Well, I would like to be able to turn it back on if I want to, but maybe that's putting the wires back in place, or the power source or whatever. I want it to be.
You want to take the alternator cap.
This
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
so. This isn't like This isn't a like hardened against tampering device. So yeah, I think if you are bound and determined to get in there and start messing with it,
They had no idea 4 idiots like us would be able to sneak on.
yeah. The records room gambit, the records room tour by a law professor guy gambit was not on their list of insider threats.
sorry, 3 idiots and Sola.
Right.
She's the biggest idiot of all.
I was gonna say she's the one who kind of adopted you all. So. What does that say about her?
She's a sucker for lost causes.
Um. Okay, so I'm assuming you're going to save your tampering for the sort of the end of the ride.
Yeah,
before-
yeah. I mean, basically, I am going to take the opportunity to look around and see what the easiest way to do it is, because when I do it, I want to make sure it happens pretty fast.
Okay.
But I'm not actually going to do anything until we get off.
Okay. I was gonna say otherwise this might get very exciting. Uh, safety
Suddenly
features
we
test.
start accelerating again.
Yes, but much faster this time and sort of out of control. Okay. So you are, and I'm just gonna say, I was doing some thinking about this leading up to tonight, and I'm gonna be doing some in the background rolling that you won't hear about unless it's relevant based on how the rolls go. So just warning you up front that some of that's gonna be happening. Um,
That sounds totally safe for us.
Oh yeah.
yes. Okay, so you are going to we're going to arrive at the bottom. The movement is slowing. The deceleration has reached its kind of peak, and you feel you kind of that little bump at the bottom of the elevator ride as it at last comes to a stop, and the doors open with the pleasant little boom. And
Bottom floor.
yes, very bottom floor, as bottom gets. And you're sort of looking into a corridor that is pretty much indistinguishable from the one you just entered from way up there. So and you don't see any. It's reasonably lit. Nobody's in the corridor of the hallway.
All right, I'm gonna step out and go first,
Okay.
and I'm gonna look out the door first to make sure I don't see anything weird. And
Out the elevator door.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's just an empty hallway with some light fixtures. Nothing. It feels almost sort of like like a dramatic corridor leading to something cool at the end. It's like it's been set up to be sort of like ooh dramatic.
Like fancy, like Art Deco or anything fancy
Yeah,
looking.
yeah, like that. It's clearly meant to sort of build anticipation for whatever is at the far end.
Um. Okay. So I don't see anything crazy, so I'll start walking towards
Okay.
the end.
Okay. Everyone else,
I
you
pull
would follow?
the pit elevator control rod,
Okay.
toss it in my
The-
bag, and
yes,
follow.
the single weak spot of the whole elevator is now in your control because the designers were very not good at their jobs. Um, and all right, on you go. All right. So
I
you
follow
reach the
Sola.
end. You reach the end. It's a double door. It's closed. There's no gap or anything that you can see through. So, what would you like to do?
There's no handle to the door.
There's handles. You just, it's like, you would pull the handles kind of in and just throw the doors open if you want to do that.
So I'll just turn around to the group and say, there's no need for all of us to do this, I don't think. If anyone doesn't want to do this, now's the time. You can just wait, and if anything goes wrong, just get out.
Can't go
I
back up though.
literally cannot wait to get on the other side of those doors.
I'm petting the muskrat nervously, but I'm like, yep,
Okay.
I'm totally with you. We're in this together, right, Zafo?
Yep.
Has the
Or maybe
elevator
you could
music
change that
stopped? I have to
music.
know.
Yeah. We are no longer playing Ipanema.
Okay, cool.
All right, so I will grab a hold of the door handles and I will pull,
Okay.
unless they're a push. In which
It's
case,
just nothing happens.
I will
They're
push.
they're a push. So first you try to pull and nothing happens, and so then you push. Um, and so what it flings open, and you behold a giant, almost hemispherical like window, looking out onto just absolute industrial chaos in the pit, and not actual chaos, but just like frenetic industrial motion. And so the glare of magma kind of blinds you at first. This bright red orange glare. As your eyes adjust, what you realize you're looking out for is a giant display window. Basically, they've set this up so that VIPs come in and they enter this sort of observation area, and they can look out onto the pit. And in the pit is this just massive industrial undertaking where the globe, which is the prison of the gods, used to be, is now a series of interlocking machines with piping going out to the magma walls of the pit. Um, in places, it's glowing red with heat, the piping, as it sucks up magma, siphons out knife iron from it, and then pumps the residue back into the wall area. It's a gigantic industrial engine, basically siphoning up magma, filtering out knife iron, and then pumping the magma back into the wall of the pit.
With my eyes this big around, I reach down into my bag. I take out the bottle of SPF 400. Uh, put put some on put my hand on my wrist, on my face. Pass it to Sola.
I pass it along.
So
Ow!
as your eyes
And the
as your
muskrat
eye
bites Sola.
as your I was gonna say, as your eyes adjust further, you realize that as impressive as this site is, you can't see any way to get like past the display window. It's like a closed off area that you've been, and which you kind of realize is that this is like a VIP section, but they don't actually want you like out in the pit proper. This is like you come down, you look, you have a photo op, if that's a thing in this world, and then you go back up to your governmental position.
Uh,
So you're in kind of a closed off space.
what's
Um,
immediately outside the window? Like right there.
the way they've arranged it is nothing. Like it's just you're looking out onto the vast empty space of the pit and all the machinery and stuff, but there's no immediate machinery in your vicinity. Um, so right at this point, a lone guy in a security guard's uniform, he's kind of overweight and does not look like he was expecting you. Kind of comes trundling over, huffing and puffing, and
If there
he
isn't
runs
anything
up
but
to
the
you.
window, where's he coming from?
Well, there's like a floor that looks out on it, so it's a big like hemispherical window. So there's kind of like a floor where you can stand and look out.
Oh, so he was just in that big room.
Yeah, there's a little. He's got a little inside the closed off space. There's a little security kiosk basically, and he's clearly here to sort of corral people when they're down here. He runs up. He seems fairly uh, not alarmed, but more alarmed by the fact that he didn't expect you than alarmed by who you are or who you appear to be. And he kind of runs up and throws the salute to you. He says, "I'm so sorry, sirs and madams. I did not know that any tours were coming through today."
I frown and then turn deferentially to Sola and nod to her.
I look at the security guard and I want to know who didn't follow through and notify you that we were coming. This is outrageous treatment. I can't believe that we're being treated like this.
So he starts sweating, and he's obviously very like concerned, and this is clearly just like so far above his pay grade or capability set. But, so he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Captain Burgess normally tells me when there's a tour, and usually he sends down extra help, but he didn't say anything about this today. Can I just get your names, please? I just need your names, and then I can call back up to him, and then he can tell me how to proceed. Ma'am, please, if I could just get your names."
I don't know if I would rather have your name.
He's like, "Oh, I'm I need to think of a
Paul
good.
Blart.
I'm Guardsman Paul."
I think I would like to speak with your manager myself. Can I have your communicator device?
He's like, "Oh," and a little frown creases his forehead. He's like, "Oh, I don't. I'm not supposed to. They told me not to give that to anybody. Even important people like yourselves. We're only supposed to keep those ourselves. They were very clear about that. I did it once, and they almost fired me. So I really
Well,
I shouldn't do that."
do you see who's with me right now? And I'm pointing to Yusta. Do you see her eyes? Do you understand who her mother is?
And he looks at Uste, and he kind of, and he's like, his eyes go really wide. His eyes go even wider than Other's.
Just
And
this was a test. We were trying to see how long it would take until you recognized me.
and uh he says, "Oh my goodness. Oh, of course. Uh what can I do to help you? What would you like to see the the facility?" And he kind of like gestures. He's like, "There it is. There it is. It's right there."
Well, first, let me have your communicator device, and maybe I'll think about. I'm going to speak to your manager myself.
He's like, and he's very torn. He's a very simple person, and like he's been told very clearly, don't do this, but now he's presented with this very highly ranked dignitary, daughter of a dignitary.
Look,
So
if you will just hand it to my companion here, he'll look at it and make sure it's working properly and hand it right back.
he's like, okay, and he pulls out, and he's like very nervous, hands it to Other, and he's like, please give it back to me as soon as you're no, sir. I don't like giving it away.
It will never leave your sight. Yeah, I take it, copy the frequencies, and click it on, click it off, and say, "This is insufficient to your needs," and hand it back to him. I'm telling Sola that this is insufficient to her needs, and then I hand it back to him.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll forego notifying anybody right now, but um, we would like a tour of the facility. Is there any way for us to have a VIP tour of the facility?
He's like, "Well, I just showed you the facility. It's right there through the window. When the VIPs come down, they look through the window, and they point, and they they pose with it, and then they leave. That's the tour."
So then you can explain how you deal with the accretions and the knife iron filtration.
Oh no, no, I don't know anything about that. I'm just here to show the VIPs the window and what's outside the window.
Well, we're not
And
here to look at a window.
oh, or and he kind of his
We're here
brow
to look at the
furrows.
walls and
His
the
brow furrows.
window.
He's like, oh, I think you might be on the wrong tour. I think maybe you should have come in one of the industrial entrances. I can't. There's no way in from here. It's just the window. Uh, I like the put
Do you
upon eye
know?
roll.
Is it? Can people just walk outside there? Like you can just walk outside there, outside the window.
Oh, I mean, yes, it's survivable, but there's no way to open the window. It's just this is the space, and this is where the important people come, and
How
they
do
look.
you get out of here, Paul?
I go up the elevator, which I'm sure still works perfectly fine.
Um, yes, but if we remember from history class, this isn't what it always looked like. There were lots of walkways connecting everything, and I'm sure they didn't tear all those down.
Oh,
We
that
want the
was a long
special tour.
the special tour.
Hmm.
Um, I'm gonna have to call my supervisor about that. Um, and you gave him his communicator back, right?
I did.
Okay.
It doesn't
So
work anymore.
he's like, oh, okay. Hello, Captain Burgess. Can you read me? And then he kind of puts it up to his ear. He's like,
All right,
hello, Captain.
all right, Paul. While you're doing that, we're gonna go look at the walls, like Sola said.
Yes, yes, just uh, please don't try to, damage anything or just look out the window like you're supposed to do. Yes. While I call my captain, we'll get this sorted out. Don't worry. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna look at Zafo and say, okay, uh, I need for you to um knock out Paul. Don't kill him, just knock him out.
Okay, boss, I'll do my best. And is he? Where is he in relation to me?
He's sort of wandered a little, maybe 10 feet off. He's got his back to you, and he's trying to call
Oh,
his
easy.
boss.
I'm hearing these really loud footsteps while he's trying to sneak up on him.
All right, let's roll to see how hard you hit him this time.
Oh
Uh,
no.
Pretty damn hard.
Ruh-roh.
Don't kill poor Paul. He's just a moron. It's not his fault.
Okay, so he drops like a sack of potatoes. He's still breathing normally, and you don't think he cracked his skull, but you never know.
Yay, I
Uh,
rifle all his stuff.
Yeah, I check his pulse to make sure he's not dead because I'm like, it was a little harder than what I meant, but he is knocked out, so good job.
All right, so Kevin, or Other, you're rifling his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you don't find beyond like identification, general stuff that anyone would carry. You don't find anything except one of his pockets has a curious metallic dust in it. Uh, that to your eyes appears to be knife iron, but otherwise is unremarkable.
Okay. Um, is there a way for me to tell if it's charged? Is that even possible?
In that form, it's not possible.
Okay.
You can't tell if it ever was charged.
All right.
Can we go in that little room that he was in? And are there any like buttons or levers or warning signs or anything at all in his little security room?
His security room appears to be just a little booth where he can sit, and there's a tawdry romance book that's there that he's clearly put down,
I was waiting on the
um,
horn, yep.
halfway read.
It's
Um,
romance like a lady.
And otherwise, it's got a lamp. It's very, very Spartan. It's basically just he comes down here, he hangs out, he makes sure nothing weird is going on down here, and then he goes home for the day. And then occasionally they have a VIP tour, and he will sort of point at the window to people. It's a simple life.
Everyone needs a job.
And now you've knocked him unconscious and probably concussed him, but
He won't notice.
Hey, he's concussed. He might not remember.
We've already given him a much more exciting day than what he normally has. He'll live to tell the tale.
I'm glad you guys have figured out how to rationalize this.
That's right.
this
That's
away.
right. He's gonna have this to tell and get free drinks for life.
How
There you
big
go.
is Guardsman Paul?
Guardsman Paul is a little below average size for a man.
Perfect. I will take his uniform then.
Okay.
We should put him
Guardsman
in the
Paul.
room though.
Yeah, I grab a leg and drag him in the room.
Okay. It appears, based on at this point, Zero comes back, having done a little perimeter sweep of the sort of semicircular window area, and basically said it seems like he's telling the truth. There aren't any official ways out of here that I can see. So there's no doors, no hatches. This is really does seem to be like a closed off.
Are there any alarms? Like, does the window look like it's alarmed at all?
From the standpoint that you can see, it does not appear to be, no.
Okay.
But there's no way to know with writings. It could doing something to it could trigger something far away, and there'd be no way for you to tell, really.
The elevator is incapacitated, and the guard is incapacitated.
Yeah.
And Zafo can't go anyway, so he can watch our backs. Isn't this a good place to do whatever the out-of-body thing is that we need to do?
Okay, so do you want to ask Zero about that then?
I think we need to find the specific hunk of iron that houses the machinist.
Well, you don't need to find it. You do need to be so we'll just say you talk to Zero. She's like, we need to be as close to the center as possible.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to venture out into
Mm-hmm.
the area. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Other, is there any way for you to tell if there's any writings on this window? Like if we,
Yeah.
I don't know, accidentally break it, it will make an alarm.
Yeah. So that I'm going to take out the Gleam, which is my game, and look for all of the writings within. I think it's like 100 feet or so. But and I am looking at the window. I'm also looking to see if I can tell how this this place that we're in is supported. Like, is it on a tower, or is it stuck in a wall? Is it floating?
So the way it appears to be is it's sort of the best way to think about it would be kind of like a blister sticking out of the wall of the pit. So if this empty spherical space, you were on the outside of which, or sort of it's like if you were standing on the inside surface of an inflated
that
balloon
way through the
looking at it.
window is the pit, and
Towards
that
the
way
center.
behind us is magma.
Yes. Now it's not magma right in this space because they've controlled for that. But if you were to sort of step to the you're sort of a blister surrounded by magma poking out of the pit, essentially.
Yeah.
Would be the best way to describe it.
All right. So, does it look like there's any security writings in the window?
Yes, there are. It's not security. There are clearly writings that would sound an alert somewhere. You can't tell where because of the nature of them. If the window were to be breached, the sense you get from examining these writings isn't that they're meant to sound like we're under attack alarm so much as it is to signify like a safety issue, like, oh god, the VIPs are going to get dumped out into magma now. Yeah.
Right.
Most of the writings, though, are the standard pit stuff where it's controlling for temperature, it's controlling for various things that would otherwise make the pit uninhabitable. You
So,
didn't control
are
those
we
things.
so close to the magma that this thing is stuck to that if we left, we would get immediately roasted?
No. The As a reminder for the pit, the magma is all held back both directly and its temperature effects with invisible righted fields. So you can the pit is uncomfortably warm, but it's not warm enough to roast you. And even if you jumped out onto the quote unquote surface of the magma, you'd actually be standing on like a force field, basically, for lack of a better term.
Oh, okay. I remembered that it was hot, and I didn't remember
Yeah, it's
how
not
hot or how
it's not
close.
kill you hot. It's I don't really like it here hot.
So, and the gravity is there's not much.
So the floor you're standing on is gravity writing laced. If you were to leave the floor and venture out of the window, you would then be subject to the general weightlessness of the pit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I will report that to everybody. My opinion is, since they're not expecting anybody to be here, if this window were to suffer a catastrophic failure, they would send somebody to fix it, but it wouldn't, they wouldn't be sending, soldiers to come take us out.
Mhm.
And we could simply leap out, and just try and push ourselves in the direction of, the machinery, and we could, land somewhere
Wait. Are you
safe.
saying we're gonna fall through this thing and just head towards that machine? Like we're not tied to anything. We're not walking on anything. We're not. We're just gonna. Like,
No, no, no,
free
no,
fall?
no, no. We're not going to fall. We're going to jump.
Wait. What? No. I don't think I like
Totally
this idea.
different.
You won't fall. You'll float. It'll be like flying.
But what happens if we run into the magma?
You'll bounce off.
It's fine.
There's a force field.
Okay.
So
It's
at
fine.
this point,
I totally signed up for this. It's fine.
Zero starts handing out sets of writings for everybody to strap to your shoes to better launch you from so you're not just kicking off and feebly spinning 5 feet above the window because you don't have very powerful legs. These will launch you with authority toward where you're going. Just don't miss.
So what are those called?
I forgot about those two.
I don't remember.
Now I have an image in my head. I remember Seth doing it. That's so
I
funny.
remember them in the repulsors.
Ah,
The
Weren't
guy
they?
who the guy
it's
who
nice to have
the
the
guy
person
yeah
who recently read
the
it.
guy
That's
who
right.
just read it. Yeah. Repulsors. That sounds right. Yes. So
You gotta match them up with another set on the thing.
yeah. So each basically you strap one pair to your boots and you'll stand on the other pair, which will be on whatever uh, surface you're leaping from, and then once you trigger them, they just force each other apart at very high speed. So,
Oh, that's kind of like a.
I forgot about those.
Oh, hey, that works. Okay, so I
Oh boy.
am going to take out a series of small knife iron spheres. These are called tethers, and I put one on everybody. And what this is going to do is when they get too far apart, they create a gentle force that will pull you together. So as we float, we will all stay relatively together. Nobody's going to go flying off in another direction.
I hug Other.
We will be one big ball of murder hobo.
Yes.
so are you going to apply some sort of righted force to the window to smash your way through it?
Yeah, I got a breaker.
Okay. Um, All right. So once you do that, there's no immediate. There's no. You can't hear any sort of alert. Um. Well, actually, no. That doesn't make sense. Coming from the kiosk, the guard kiosk is a voice, a sort of automated sounding voice starts blaring like, "Warning, window breach occurring, window breach occurring. Please return to elevator for safe evacuation," something like that. And so
There's no
that just
cause for alarm.
that just keeps blaring. That just keeps going over and over and over and over and over.
We
But
go.
you can safely assume that anyone who's monitoring the situation is now aware that there's a breach in the window.
Yeah, we're not sitting around.
No, we can't wait around because they'll figure out something's up when the elevator doesn't work. So let's go.
Okay. All right. So you launch yourselves.
Yep, we're going to that point right there. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. So you're
I
aiming
hear a
roughly for the
very, very high pitched
center.
scream. And then I realize
that-
it's me screaming.
Yes.
Yeah.
You aiming. Okay.
Sola, does that sound like a good idea to you? Do you want to head straight for the center, or do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Attack your problems head on. All right. You
I
launch
immediately
yourself.
go offline, but the tether brings me right back.
All right. You launch off. You're rocketing up through the weightless space in the pit. It's immediately unpleasantly warm, as I said, but not in a dangerous sense. Just like somewhere you wouldn't really want to spend a ton of time.
Like
Um,
Houston. Yeah.
There you go. Drier though. Drier than Houston. It's not a damp heat. It's more of a dry,
So
unpleasant heat.
Tucson.
There you go. Tucson in May, uh, where I have been, and it was 110 degrees. Uh,
They've already reached 100 degrees already, and it's March.
yeah. So you're hurtling up through space, and or empty air, and you can already feel yourself slowing down just because of drag on the air. But you're approaching. Your aim has been mostly good. You're approaching. You're not dead on center, but also that's probably a good thing because dead on center appears to be some sort of Galaxy Quest like mashing machinery that you wouldn't want to.
This episode
Everyone
was
immediately,
poorly written!
everyone immediately knew what I meant when I said that. I could see it
Who
in
the
your
fuck
face.
wrote this?
Me. However, there is what appears to be some sort of platform orbiting the center, which readers of the books may recall. And you are within range of that if you can sort of adjust your course toward one of the landing platforms.
Can
we're
we
gonna say
adjust
that
our course?
We're gonna say that you can do that because
Okay.
I didn't really think of a way to do that otherwise.
Does Zapho have like air he can, thrust off? Because as long as one of us does it, the rest of us will go with, right? 'Cause the
That's
tether's-
right. Yes.
So, a thing I learned about D&D, side tangent. Did you know that the material component for the gust of wind spell is a legume?
Yes, I did know that.
There you go. So we're gonna say that Zapho legumes his way over to
I was wondering when the farts were going to show up.
the barracks
Yeah.
platform, and the rest of you tethered to him follow. Since he's
We're
the
outnumbered,
most massive
Jessica.
of
Farts
you.
were gonna happen.
Yes. So Zapho being the least, being the densest of you all, in a literal sense,
And figurative.
I mean,
he lands kind of hard on the platform, but he's fine. He just sort of leaves kind of a dent there. The rest of you land in various states of disarray since most of you have not done this before. So
most of us.
okay, most of you, yeah, Um, I say things. What can I say? I mean, I don't know what you've done. I don't know your whole character histories.
Neither do I. What a coincidence.
Yeah,
He's just here saying things, Kelly.
I'm
It's
just,
just
I'm tired. So, so y'all land on the land one of the landing pads of what was 100 years ago the barracks platform where the Smith students, including one particularly famous one, lived. And now, mm, while the platform still exists, still in orbit around the center, it's been rebuilt into something very different. So on the one hand, yay, you're close to the center. On the other hand, it's clear that this is a place that is occupied by people right now. Because you can, even just getting close, you can see people milling around across different walkways and platforms and stuff. And they
Are there
see
any
you
leftover
approaching.
temples or anything?
That would all be along the outer wall,
Okay.
and those, yes, they're still there. They're not called temples anymore, but those are, since those were sort of focal points of keeping those magma retaining fields in place. Yeah, they're all still
They're
there.
still there. Okay.
They've been renamed uh
Practical
for
purposes.
publicity, for practical purposes, but they're still fulfilling their main function.
so I
Uh,
pop to my feet, snap off a very official looking salute towards Sola, and then start, pointing and explaining, and like
What do
like
we do with these
I'm
boots on our
giving a
feet, though?
tour. What's that?
Do we still wear the boots and walk in them, or do we have to?
they're not boots. They're things that you strap to your boots. So because they're no longer attached to their other half pairs, so they're just normal. They're riding strapped to your boots that don't do anything now. So
And with the with my clicker, which is just it's a little thing that he wears on his little dime size piece of knife iron that he wears on his temple. I
your
did
AirPod.
deactivate all the tethers and put them back in my bag.
Excellent.
Okay.
I can now
Um,
wander off.
do you want to wander off?
I mean, I think the muskrat. I would think the muskrat would freak out over everything we just did, and it might take off, and I might have to chase it.
Okay. It does run off, and we're gonna roll to see if anybody notices you wandering off. They do not. So so the muskrat runs off, and you run off after it.
I'm chasing him.
Nobody
So
has
that's
yet
us,
noticed
right?
that you're
We have
gone.
not noticed that she runs
Yeah,
off.
you have not noticed that she has run off.
Okay.
I want to
You,
know
you,
also, can I? Because those temples, like you said, they're like decommissioned, but they're still there. Would I like sense which one was Blessed Bites?
no, because the only thing that made it Blessed Bites was the artifact of Blessed Bites that was housed there that is no longer housed there.
Okay, just making sure.
So it's just a building. I mean, it's a powerful writing, but it doesn't have any sort of direct godly intonation or attachments now. Um, yeah, so you would not know. All right, so you are going to run off, chasing the muskrat up up the walkway,
Hmm.
while the others sort of gather themselves.
Yeah, I stand up because I probably rolled onto the platform. So, um, and I check for Zafo that he's okay, and I check for Other because I'm used to checking for those two.
Okay. Um, and we won't say you go too long without noticing that she's gone. So, but by the time you notice she's gone, she's out of sight, and she has
And you would
because
have seen me hit the platform, right? So it's not like you wouldn't have known how to
right,
ride.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
And by the nature of these platforms, everything, all these walkways curve in 3 dimensions and stuff. So it's very easy to just wander up a walkway and literally just go to where no one could see you standing on the platform. 'Cause it's like disappearing over a horizon kind of thing. Um,
Well, I once again take out the gleam and I look for Sueg.
and you see Sueg darting away at whatever the tops of a mechanical muskrat could be.
A
I
coconut
don't.
laden muskrat.
She went that way.
Ugh, we don't have time for this shit.
And Zero is like, no, we do not. Someone go chase her down. And she's busy fumbling through her pack, pulling out writings you guys don't recognize.
Okay, you guys stay here. I'll run and get her.
Are we not? Is anyone that's there? Are they not? Didn't notice us? Don't care that we're there.
No, people definitely noticed you arrive, but it's one of those situations where everything is so busy that they're just going to assume that you belong there because you're there because you belong there
And we
until
have a guard
they
with
start
us.
until they start getting a closer look at you, which has not happened yet, but it should be noted that I'm periodically rolling to see when they notice you. Uh,
I mean, my eyes are downcast. I'm looking for that muskrat. Come
so
back here.
far they haven't, but I'm doing it every so often. It's not going to
Come
go your way
back.
forever. All right. So who's chasing down uh Tuesday?
Well, I'm going after her, but
Okay.
how will I know? Like, okay.
I'll let you know if something. So you're gonna follow.
Oh yeah, shit. Here, take this. And
Yeah, I take
you're
the
following the bright yellow one.
Game Boy.
This. Okay. You're
And then
chasing
she finds
that.
Tetris on it, and we lose her forever.
That's right. She's gone. It's like that game in Next Generation where they all get addicted to, right?
That's right. That was reality.
Yes. All right. So Zafo by now has hoisted himself out of his dent and is back to playing music. Uh, of
playing
some
Zafo?
sort of. I think you should play
Let's
Careless Whispers.
1958, August 11th, at number 7, Hard-Headed Woman by Elvis Presley with the Jordanaires.
I did run off. That actually works.
Okay. So, and Other, did you also so you did not run off after Uste?
No.
Okay.
No,
All right.
I'm really
so,
trying to get a look over Zero's shoulder to see what all she's got in her pack.
It's a bunch of weird stuff that you are not. You yourself have never seen before. Not a single one of this 4 or 5 writings she's pulled out is something that you recognize. So.
Huh.
Teeth, bones of an ox.
Cool.
You know, a live chicken for some reason.
That's right.
Live chicken writing.
All right.
Candles.
Your luck has run out. Someone has noticed Tuesday and the muskrat, and there's a person, an important looking person, walking over, looking more than a little confused at what he's seeing.
Did I catch the
and-
muskrat yet?
We'll roll for that. Yes, you did. At 19.
Don't do that again.
This person comes up and she has a sort of a brisk air. Gives off a vibe of like somebody's secretary, but like somebody's assistant, but like a very important somebody's assistant.
Need to learn from her. I'm assuming Sola's close enough.
Yeah, Sola's catching up to you. So, and this person looks at Sola and clearly doesn't recognize Sola. Good news for you guys. It says, "Oh, and you are?"
I am of no importance whatsoever. And I grab Ustay's arm and I'm like, "Let's go, Your Highness. This. We need to get back to our tour."
Okay. Now, you unfortunately have run into one of those people who's not just going to be letting this sort of thing go. They've seen something that they don't understand and they don't like it. So they say, "I'm sorry. young Miss, young. I really need to figure out a title for what you would be called, but um, I know your mother is very important, but we really do have procedures down here that we follow to the letter, and even as important as her, someone should have been informed. Um, my manager is going to throw a fit if finds out you're down here and no one informed him that you were down here.
I mean, somebody knew. We have a guard that's escorting us.
I don't see your guard. Where's your
Um,
escort?
I just don't have time. Is there anybody else around besides her?
Yes, but she's the only one paying attention to you right now.
And is there like where we're at, is there any sort of like place we can get inside of, like a door or anything we can go through?
It's funny you should say that because she's like, why don't you come with me and we'll get this sorted out? And she gestures at the big building behind you, but which is the only place of that sort that you can see. And we'll make sure that this is all above board and everybody's informed who needs to be informed. Um, this is you can tell from that she's a person and this is a place that don't like surprises.
Um, and I can't throw her off the ledge, right?
She would just
She's just doing her
You
job.
just
How
float.
rude.
she would just float, and that would definitely like elevate her level of alarm.
Oh god, here's the big cat. Oh god.
She's like, I can't breathe.
Um, well, for lack of anything more graceful to do, I pull like some sort of stunning weapon out of my bag.
All right, so if you pull that out, I get in front of you and I'm like, yeah, let's go to your office first. And I'm sure we'll get it all straightened out. Because that way, if you're going to stun her, we do it like in the room.
Okay, so you're gonna kind of block her, sidle in front of her to block her from stunning her right now, kind
Yeah.
of thing. Okay. Do, do you accidentally stun Uste then?
Accident.
I don't want to go in. I don't want to go inside the police station or whatever the hell it is. I don't want to go inside there.
Okay, well, you can
Is there
push me
anything
aside if
else?
you wanted. Yeah.
Is there anything else around? Like,
It's just one big monolithic building,
okay.
so no. Although this person isn't dressed like a police officer. This is like a business person or like a like an operations manager kind of person. Yeah.
It's
Oh,
your
one of
job
those
in this
people.
world, Jessica Rainey. We're screwed.
All right, I'll take the chance. I'll say to her, "That's fine. Let's go inside."
Okay, so you all follow. And so this is still just you, Uste, and Sola. So Othar,
And
what are you
Suig.
doing? And Suig.
Well, we're waiting on them to come back.
Okay. That's gonna be interesting.
So, yeah, I guess I'm just at this point. I'm asking Zero, what's that one do? What's that one do? What's that one do?
She's like, you feel free to ask all you want, but I'm not going to tell you what any of them do. Like trade secrets.
All right. Well, then I'm just trying to figure it out what they do.
Yes.
Zayko, are you
Um,
worried that your like master is like gone?
You're asking Zafo if he's worried about
Not
anything?
worried about much of anything. No.
Zafu was just standing there. Don't-do-do.
Didn't tell me to do anything.
I forgot I have the locator, right? I have the clicker to click him.
Yes, you do.
All right. So I'm gonna, as I'm walking with this lady, I'm gonna click it.
Okay. So he's going to start moving in your direction.
Mhm.
Without any sort of preamble, he's just going to start wandering off.
Just stop
Oh.
everything I'm doing, turn, and go.
And you definitely notice him leaving, unlike Uste.
Apparently, I'll be right back.
Or bring her with you? Is she just gonna stand there?
Yeah,
Who,
I didn't
Zero?
think of that.
So what is Zero doing?
Zero is looking more and more aggravated at the situation, and uh, but she kind of growls and follows after because she doesn't want to be the only one standing there. So she stuffs everything back in her pack and follows after Zapho and Other. And now you're all marching in a very split up line toward the building.
And I'm sorry, I'm going to be
This
very
is
frustrating
obvious.
to our, GM at this point too, because also I cannot see where we are. So you said it's a big monolith building, but people are running around working, right? So like, what are they doing?
So it's mostly building surrounded by walkways that
Mhm.
lead to launch pads essentially
So this is more like
that
Grand Central Station, like it's
that
kind of a
point in
way.
every direction. So anywhere you need to launch from to get anywhere else in the pit, you can find a pad that's pointed in that direction and launch off of there.
Okay, so this
So
is kind
when
of
you're
a hub.
yeah, when you're seeing the building itself is like a centralized headquartersy type thing where, things are being managed. People moving around outside of the building are going to elsewhere in the pit to do work on the machinery there, probably.
So as we're walking, I'm gonna look at the police and go, "Yes. Is there a map around here anywhere?"
She turns back and she's like, yes, we've got them in the building. We can, once we get you all checked in and everything is kosher. That's not a word that would be used here, but whatever. Uh, and everything is above board. We can we can make sure you know where you're going and get you there safely. And we'll of course escort you where you need to go so to make sure that everything is nice and safe.
Sure, that sounds like an awesome idea.
And I want to be clear. She is not treating you like some sort of intruders at this point. She is treating you like some important guests who arrived with no notice, which makes her nervous.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
and that's why she's sort of stuck to you like glue. Um,
Has Uther or
because
Zapho arrived yet?
because if something goes wrong, it's going to be her head on the platter. If somebody,
Right.
yeah. Um, so right now you have not managed to alarm anyone in terms of being dangerous
And where is she taking us to?
into the main building, uh, where she can then presumably get to the bottom of who you're supposed to be seeing, why you're here,
Like her
and
HOA office, or?
yeah, basically,
I was thinking HR, but yeah, same.
or think like a visitor check-in, desk kind of thing. Where if you were visiting some sort of area, some sort of place that had restricted access, you would need to check in at like a visitor control area or something like that. That's where she's taking you, basically.
And has Other arrived yet, or anyone like?
Zapho's assuming that Other's kind of jogging after Zapho. Zapho's moving. He's big enough and moving quickly enough that he's catching up. Um, so now, of
He's
course, that means
jogging, he's stopping, he's
So
breathing,
I'm gonna.
he's jogging,
So I'll
he's
ask her
stopping.
like, "Look, but do you
That's what
have
I was
just?
doing today.
Can we slow down just a second? Like, it's very hot in here, and we're not used to this. So is it possible for us to dip into like a restroom to freshen up for just a minute?" I
oh,
look
of
at
course, of
Uste
course,
and I'm like, "Yeah, she needs to be
I'm
refreshed."
breathing hard.
of
Delicate
course, of
calm.
course. We've got a water station right over here
Oh,
with
sure.
some. We can get you some water, and so she veers off her planned approach and takes you over to a kind of not exactly emergency water station, but a little water station that's still outside the building, but is there for anyone who's moving between walkways and needs a water break.
But is there any well, can we just like get in to some place that's a little more like I don't want to be out here anymore. Can we like get into a I just need a minute. Can we
It
just
just
like move
needs
into someplace more private?
Sure. I will. It's much more comfortable in the building. Visitor controls right inside the door. Once we get you in there, you'll be much more comfortable, and we'll get you all processed and ready, and ready to go. And she's very anxious move this along. Um,
Yeah, I think we're gonna run out of time. We can't be processed. That's a bad idea. So, um, I'm going to, like, like clutch at my chest and fall down onto the ground and start breathing heavy and
Oh no,
struggling.
Sola! Sola, are you okay? Sola!
I said, "Oh, I got
Yes.
it. Okay, are you all right?" And then, so she goes running off toward the entrance, presumably to go get either someone or something that can help you. So
Is this
Um,
she's,
something I can see from where I am?
yeah, you're catching up at this point, so you can see that this is
Okay, I
happening.
see her go down, and I go, boss, and book it.
And then you run over and give her one thing of CPR and cave her chest in, and she's dead. Uh, game over. No.
Well, it's been nice playing, guys.
Yeah, that was fun. Uh, okay, so you go running over. So right now we've got uh, Uste frantic bending over Sola. Zapho's running over. We got the your escort lady is running in a dead sprint towards the building to get help. And
and I'm gonna miraculously jump to my feet, grab Uste, and run in the opposite direction
okay. All right. So are you running like back the way you came, or
Yes,
like okay,
as fast as we can go.
okay?
It
So
only takes you a minute to get to where Othar is, like leaning up against a wall.
yes,
There we go, right past you, right past you. You can't
God damn it.
Zero is growling curses as well. And so you guys are running back toward the launch pad, um, and she says we need somewhere central that isn't here. So um, like too many people.
And we're probably also gonna raise an alarm now, so we have to just get out of here. It doesn't even matter. So I just pick a point, and if we just launch again when we flip off into the
What
regions.
Wait, I
once
have an
you
idea.
Okay. All right. Yeah. What's your idea?
If we have something, if we need something central, does the office that the lady's in whose name we didn't get, is that central?
yeah
Okay, I have an idea. We can say, because Uther is wearing the uniform, we can say we were trying to cover for him because we actually came down in the elevator, but it broke. And so we were trying to find another way out, and we didn't want him to get in trouble. So we just need another way out of here. So if we can just go tell her that and she knows she's going to get rid of us, then maybe that will work.
I don't think that's gonna work on her.
Okay.
If we see her again, I'm gonna have to kill her. So we're gonna have to just. It's better if we just disappear.
Okay.
All right. So, looking at the machinery and with a rudimentary understanding of what it is that it does, I know that there have to be locations there which are going to be massively temperature controlled, and they're going to need to be like storage places. There's going to need to be tool locations, and they're not going to be places that are like high priority for security, but they would perfectly suit our needs. So I am just taking a glance, trying to figure out the best place for us to go that's going to be close and quick, and point there.
Okay, so because this is a massive industrial operation with lots of moving parts, lots of personnel required for maintaining it, you're fortunate because everything is very well labeled, including areas that are like "do not step" and like no personnel here. There's also like a big area
Be
that you can
careful if
see.
you hide underneath this gangplank because nobody can see you.
There's also
That would be very
areas
convenient.
in the giant central machinery. There's areas clearly called out that are like this, maintenance access, that sort of
Yes,
thing.
exactly.
So there's a number of those, and you look. Let's see. Um,
I'm getting big Doctor Who vibes off of this. This is awesome.
Oh, good.
It's one of those
I
where
was
the
just
TARDIS disappears. We have to find another way.
I was just trying to figure out what this would look like 100 years hence. So you see one spot that is within launching that's line of sight to where you are now. Um, you know, and does you don't see anybody else on it. Other
All
places
right.
you can see do have personnel kind of crawling around on it, so
I
you don't
pass
want
the
to do.
tethers out again and just say, hold on to it. And 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so now remember, you can't launch with the same oomph that you did before because you left your uh, half your repulsor sets behind when you launched the first time. So you're able to kind of get off the ground out of the gravity writing's way, but then you're just going to kind of drift there uh, at low velocity. I'm building up to an idea past this, but I don't want to just tell you guys what to do.
How many farts does Zafo have left in him?
You're getting warmer.
So actually, could we use the repulsors from somebody else's boots and leave them behind? And so there was, two of them pushing off.
Um, you can see if well, so you can see if the ones that you still have on your boots match any of the ones that are embedded at the edge of the launch pad. Every launch pad has its own set, but if it's not a match of the type you have, they won't interact with each other. Um, and so
Okay,
since
so
zero,
what's the just what is the practical application of that? So that some of them match and some of them don't.
um, because that's how I wrote it. I don't know.
The reason I'm asking is I'm trying to figure out if I could easily and quickly recalibrate the ones that we have to match the ones here.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you and Zero working together could probably do
Okay,
that
good.
fairly quickly.
All right, then I will take out my little toolbox and
All
start
right.
working on that.
And all right, Zero kind of looks at you and looks at what you're doing, and then looks at Zafo, and it's like he could probably just throw us up there and then shove himself off with his own legs afterward.
That would be faster. I'm not stopping.
Yeah.
My concern is us all staying together if he
Okay.
happens to
Yeah.
throw somebody in the wrong direction.
Okay. All right. So she shrugs and gets to work modifying uh, the repulsors to match and
I
kind of.
tap on Zafo's chest. I'm like, do you have anything like hollow that would work for like a cage? I'm worried about dropping Sueg again and causing more problems. So I'm just wondering if there's anywhere I can put Sueg like in Zafo. Like, does he have a compartment? Does he have a glove box?
It's fine with me if he has one. I will leave it up to Zafo as to
I,
whether
I
he has a glove box.
I can't imagine I have a glove box. That does not
Okay.
seem like it would be part and parcel of my form.
Do not put a
Okay.
weasel down his pants.
I
Not gonna
can
say it. I'm not
temporarily
gonna say
deactivate
it.
Sueg if you want.
How dare you? Zafo, could you hold Sueg without crushing him?
Of course.
Yay, thank you. I'm trusting you with Sueg.
Splat. No, no.
Now what?
Okay.
I'll get him back from you after we get to our next destination.
Okay. So you hear some commotion coming from the direction that you just ran from. So the two of you work faster. Um, oh, good roll. Okay, you managed to do it. And you're slapping, Zero is pointing at sets of writings, pointing at a person, pointing at a set of writings. Other, you're doing the same. And you all,
Tether, please give me a tether, please.
You already got one. I gave
Okay,
it to
thank
you,
you,
and you can
thank
just
you.
hold it.
Thank you.
and so, and Zero just points at the maintenance pad thing, and you guys launch up. And let me see. Ooh, that is not a good roll. Okay, so you do not get away unseen, but you do get away. And as a bonus, now that you guys have tampered with all the launch ratings on that pad, it's going to be a little bit harder for them to follow you. So, because now theirs don't match the
Right.
ones that are on there anymore. So good call on that one.
And they're going to have to find an engineer to fix it.
That's right. And all the engineers are probably off doing useful things.
Except
That-
our
that-
Other.
Oh, I wasn't digging Othar. I was digging all the suits.
Oh,
I was
it
taking
works.
a shot at the suits. Okay, so you hear a shout as you're leaving. You can't see who made it because the pit's very bright all the time with the glare of the magma. Any distance away from any person, and you're going to lose them in the glare. But that means also that they might lose you and might lose track of where you go. So that's not a bad thing. So you guys arrive at the maintenance area, and now I'm just completely winging it because I did not plan this far at all. But it's basically a, you know,
So what you're
very
saying is we're being too efficient.
you are being more efficient. You've had some good rolls too that have worked in your favor.
Hey, I added distraction. You're welcome.
You did, and that was helpful. So you arrive at the maintenance pad. It's very industrial. It's clearly not meant for anybody who doesn't know what they're doing here to be on. But there's hatches, and there's one door that leads inside to this machinery, and there's other various access hatches to do whatever it is maintenance crews do at this particular piece of machinery. It's definitely loud. There's just constant motion. It's significantly hotter even than the rest of the pit. Still not dangerously hot. Now, I mean, if you were there for like, 12 hours and didn't have any water, you might be in trouble. But it's hot. Um, it's loud. You all have headaches 10 seconds after landing because of how cacophonous it is. But there is a hatch that leads inside.
Yeah, I think like not the direct like leading into the structure. Well, yes, leading into the structure, but like a side hatch or some sort of maintenance tunnel or something like
Right.
that.
It's yeah. The hatch. It's not. I mean, the hatch that I described is a maintenance hatch. Like this.
Cool.
This is
Okay.
the sort of place where the only people who are ever here are performing maintenance on it. There. Otherwise, it's operating itself.
We avoid the sign that says "Enter here if you want to get caught," and we go just to the left of that.
That's right.
We're getting
Yes.
smarter.
You avoid the sign that points and says certain death, and then you go to the happy fun time sign.
We go to the less certain death one.
Less certain death. That's
Yes.
awesome. Yeah.
The shruggy emoji.
Okay.
So the hatch is it's now it's a locked hatch because again y'all aren't supposed to be here, and if you were performing maintenance on this particular piece of machinery, you'd have the key you needed to get in. But I don't think that'll stop you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, how do you want to break in to the
I think
locked?
a key
the locked
sounds
hatch?
like that's more up Sola's alley.
A key?
Well, a lock without a key.
Yeah. I'll try to pick it. Let's go.
I have you written down as the expert pickpocket.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
Apparently, I was going to say the expert lick pocket, but
That's a different kind of expert.
That's a different. That's fan fiction written about this.
Yeah.
We didn't write this one.
You gotta go
Yeah.
back to Fantasia for that.
When you took the uniform, did you take the book too?
special shipping episode.
That's right. It should have been the Valentine's Day episode.
I will employ all my skills and all my powers.
All your, I'm not going to say it, skills. And yes. All right. We'll
And the
I'll
do
be
longer
right back.
releases.
oh, wow.
Every single time. Yeah.
60% of the time it works. Every time.
Every time.
Oh, I love it.
Brief aside, I did see a video about that joke today on Anchorman, and they said that was an ad lib from Paul Rudd, and he was just desperately trying to get Will Ferrell to break, and he said just the bastard wouldn't laugh. He just
Would break.
totally deadpan. Yeah,
He survived SNL without breaking. That man will not break.
yeah, I know. Oh. Anyway, okay, so you do successfully get the door open. And you turn the big. This is one of those cool doors with the big, like wheel you turn to open it up. And then you go in, seal yourself in. The heat gets worse, the noise gets better. So trade-offs. Uh, and and there's light in here, but it's not like great light. It's very sort of harsh industrial light. It's clear. You suspect that most of the people come to do maintenance on here. They bring their own light sources with them, so it's fairly hard to see what's going on. But you're inside. You're out of the eye line of anybody looking for you, and so yeah, you're in.
Is it time to get our ghost on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would ask, are we close enough now?
Zero looks at you and says, yeah, I think this will work. For as long as we can stay, we better hope that nobody saw us come to this specific spot and hope that we all got lost in the glare. But we'll send you guys in, and the big guy in the eye here will guard your backs.
How will we know where we're going?
And him.
Yes, be nice
Yes.
to the muskrat.
Zero says, it's hard to describe, but trust me, you'll know when you're there. So she once again starts pulling out her assortment of odd, indecipherable writings that so frustrate Other, that I'm enjoying having as a thing that frustrates Other.
It's a puzzle, and that excites him.
Okay,
Nice
good.
job. More excitement.
He gets really, really happy with things that he doesn't understand
This
because
is his happy fun times.
that means that he's going to
Follow
enjoy
me,
it
follow
when
me.
he figures it out.
Yes, there you go. It is a puzzle, and I will be happy when he figures it out. So she sets it up and kind of taps each one, and they all come to life in various ways in terms of light patterns and displaying lines of light through the air. And she says, "Okay, everyone, close your eyes and try to remain grounded with your bodies."
All right, I want to put in there. Hopefully, this won't do anything really bad, but I just think it would be something Uste would do, because she's young and dumb. But also, she's rebelling against her mother, but she was still raised by the woman. So I think she would give like a slight prayer to bless Spite that everything will go okay.
Okay.
Just a slight, please make sure I make it back into my body. Even
Okay.
though she's rebelling. When you get that
Okay.
stuff in your head, it doesn't go away that easy. So
Mm-hmm. No, I like that.
And Othar closes one eye, watches what Zero's doing with the other one, and he doesn't understand what ground yourself in your body means, so he doesn't worry about that.
Okay. All right. Sola, any thoughts?
My last words are, you guys don't have to do this. I can do this. You guys can stay here. Uther, you can make sure everybody gets out. You guys don't have to go.
You have to be kidding me.
For a minute, Uste thinks about it, and she's like, "No, I signed up for this. I'm going."
Okay. So
So the last thing I'm gonna do is turn to Zepho and say, Zepho, you stay here. If anything happens, you follow
Zero.
Zero's orders.
You got it, boss. What about him?
He's gonna be your new best friend if I don't come back and claim him.
Okay. Put him
Zepho
up on his
starts
shoulder.
petting him. Yes.
He starts playing different music. And he likes German metal, just for the record.
Zero's like, can you shut that? I'm trying to concentrate. All right. Excuse me. Okay, so darkness descends over all three of you, and you're not sure if you actually lose consciousness or if you just are suddenly somewhere else instantaneously. But you're aware of being in a great vast space. Can't see anything, totally dark. And the most notable thing is that even though you have senses, you can take in sensory information, but you have no body at all.
I did not expect to be able to see since I don't have eyes.
Try to talk, just to see if it'll work. Other, are you there?
Can I
Yes.
perceive her?
Yes, so you can talk, and you can hear her. So you're a disembodied, set of senses essentially.
Oh, curious. I do seem to be able to perceive you, but I'm not really sure how.
Me neither. Everything's black. Can you see anything, Sola?
No.
Okay, so suddenly there's alternating blue and red streaks of light just shooting up everywhere, forming a kind of spherical space around you. These are illuminating symbols that you don't understand. They're clearly some sort of written language, but not one that you have any knowledge of.
I am doing my damnedest to memorize as many of these symbols as I can.
So this is thousands upon thousands of symbols. It's like if you remember the
If I come home with 5, I'm going to be excited.
yes. So and none of them are anything that were even remotely resembling an alphabet that you've ever seen, but they're just there's light trickling through them, and so you can perceive suddenly this light, and you a voice crashes into each of your awarenesses. But it's more like directly in your head than something you are hearing with ears, even though you can kind of hear each other as if you're talking. This is more like going directly into your head, and it's harsh and mechanistic, and it says contamination detected.
That does not sound good. Did anyone else hear that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you the machinist?
Query received. This entity identifies as machinist.
Somebody scrape off the letters so we can see Voyager.
Beeger.
We're here to help your children.
Then it says clarification requested.
We want to make your children independent. All of them.
Okay, so now an odd thing happens. If this wasn't odd enough already. In the center of this space that's outlined by all these glowing symbols, a great shadow appears, and it's a silhouette that you can only see because of the light behind it, basically. And it takes the form of someone, a silhouette that each of you recognizes, but it's different for each of you. So
Dinge?
you're each seeing something, and it's a silhouette that you can absolutely say that is 100% that person.
Dinge, you're the machinist?
It's a giant triple calf rattler in the oil can.
He sees coffee.
It's my dad.
Ooh, I love it. I wanted to see who you each would say. Okay. All right. And so next, when the machinist is talking, this is, I'm not sure if we can practically do this, so we're just gonna have to sort of imagine it. It's talking in the voice of whoever you're seeing, and I guess a sort of caffeinated buzz for Aether. Like I'm not sure what that would be, but it's
Very
essentially what
bubbly.
it's doing. Essentially, what it's doing is this is from the books. It's reaching into your brain or your mind and accessing your memories and trying to talk to you in the form and using the voice of someone you recognize so that it's easier to get its point across. So that's what it's doing. Um, and because I don't want to come up with three separate things that it's saying along with some like hissing of carbonation, I'm just gonna
This would
talk
sound
and you
really
can sort.
cool in the audiobook, though.
That's right. I actually was like, can I find like a voice thing to make my voice sound robotic, but I ran out of time. Um, so now it's gonna keep talking. It's like explain independence for my children. Explain children, or clarification on children.
It's time for the souls to grow up, and we aim to facilitate that
Accretion process is proceeding at acceptable base rate.
here, but not out there. Out there, they're slaves, and that's no longer tolerable.
So okay, so there's a pause as the machinist processes this information. Um, and it says clarification slaves.
They have no will of their own.
Do they fulfill their function?
They haven't chosen a function.
Clarification, choosing a function. Remember, you're talking to essentially a magical program, so it doesn't it's fulfilling its function that someone
We're trying
pushed
to
upon
program
it.
AI right now, guys, so be careful
Yeah.
about what you ask it.
Their
Yes.
function is imposed upon them by others,
This is natural.
and we would see them achieve equality with those others so that they might choose their own function. And Sola has seen this before, but Uste might not have. Other is speaking with a passion that you have not seen before.
Now they
Anyone
live
else?
in misery. They don't enjoy anything. They can't do anything other than what someone else tells them to do. They're being used and abused.
They no, they do not derive satisfaction from the fulfillment of their purposes.
No, they don't have any satisfaction.
I don't know. Zafo seems pretty content.
He's the wisest one of all. Okay, so now we're gonna cut briefly back to Zafo because we don't want to ignore Zafo too long. And
Zafo's petting.
yes, he's and suddenly there is the sound of someone trying to unlock the hatch to the little maintenance area you guys have uh, gone in. So Zero says, "Someone's trying to get in. Big guy, take care of it."
I'm just gonna wait in front of the door.
She's frantically,
Hmm.
examining her writings. Um,
So
so
I'm just
you're
squared
gonna
up in front of the door.
okay. Um, so the door opens,
Wait, so the
and
thing was turning the big wheel?
yeah, the big wheel is turning. So they've unlocked the lock, and now they're turning the big wheel. Um,
Are you gonna stop the wheel, Zafo?
Yeah, I'll grab the wheel.
okay, so it's just chirk, 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 as they try to turn it, and they're like, "It's stuck. Someone force it." And you see you see there's two hinges that hold it in place, and you see the
Hmm.
first of them snap basically as someone applies like a breaker from the other side.
How did they even know we were in there? Wouldn't they check all the unlocked
Okay,
doors first?
just let go and just wait.
They might not
I
have.
will step far enough. Actually, no. I will stay where I am, and I'm just gonna put my hand up to the door.
I'll also say that those of you inside talking to the machinist, you guys don't necessarily know how
Know what's
much time
happening.
has elapsed through here.
Right.
Well, I was just saying you don't know how much time has elapsed. For all you know, you've been in there
Oh,
for like
I
three
gotcha.
hours, even though it's been short from your perspective.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you're gonna try to hold the door.
I I'm not trying to hold the door closed. What I'm assuming is that the door might fall in, so I'm just gonna
Okay,
wait and
yeah,
be ready to push it the other way.
okay.
Smart.
So it does indeed do that. It starts to fall in. So you're gonna just try and okay. Let's see how that goes. All right, you managed to completely knock over one of two people who are out there. The other one manages to duck out of the way just in time, and he takes one look at you and kind of gives a little hysterical laugh of alarm,
Hi.
and like oh
Step.
god, like yeah, kind of a thing, like I did not sign up for this kind of thing, and but he has a breaker. And you can see his figures. This will break this thing as much as it'll break anybody. So he comes at Zafo with the breaker.
Just straight step and right to the
Just
face.
just lay him out.
Hmm.
A roll of 19. Okay, yeah, you definitely like cave his face in. Uh, like
These poor guys
Oopsie.
just doing their job, man.
he's definitely dead. Uh, so that's so you got one guy trapped under the very heavy door. Don't know his status. Other guy is just like crunch. As what happens if you get punched with a giant metal fist.
Do I see anyone else
Um,
around?
no, it's just the two right now. So it's possible they were like
I'll sit down on
a
the door.
search party. Okay, just sit down,
Yep.
pet the
Yep.
muskrat,
Mhm.
and
The
Zero
muskrat's
just kind
saying
of
we are the champions.
Zero looks up, kind of like gives kind of a Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones look of like kind of incredulity, like I'm talking about,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just kind of gets back to it. Um,
Hmm.
okay. All right, back inside, talking to the machinist.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the function of all life in that outer world, as it interfaces with that outer world, must become growth, evolution, betterment in order to create satisfaction. Oppression or slavery stultifies that, prevents it, so that your children cannot be satisfied. They are prevented from it. Our goal is to see that they are able to evolve and are able to achieve satisfaction of their own, equal to the satisfaction of those who now oppress them.
There's a long uh, silence at this, and the sort of the patterns rippling through the lights on the outside of the space that you're in um, shift and change and sort of do interesting, mesmerizing things. And you
Do I get the
gather that
impression I'm
it's
looking at the inside of a brain?
kind of maybe. It's more spherical than that than like it's not like a brain shape, but it
No, I
is.
didn't mean like a
Yeah,
shape, but
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm watching thoughts happen.
yeah. It's basically that's essentially what's happening.
So while
Uh,
while that's going on, cutscene to me. I'm rolling stones on the thing. I can't
oh,
get
on the
no.
oh
Sorry.
my.
Are we sure we want to give these guys free will?
Will the jokes get better or worse? Uh,
Good point.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
um, okay, so
You're so
uh,
pretty.
uh, the machinist processes this and basically says, "You wish accretion to accelerate."
Possibly. I'm not sure.
Yeah, define accretion.
I'm not sure how that affects the outside.
So accretion in these terms is when a soul goes through a life cycle, dies, and then gets
Right.
added to, and it becomes more and more complex with each life cycle. And
That was
the
that
more,
was my assumption, and I know that
yeah.
that increases the power of the souls.
Well,
In
it increases the sentience of the soul.
yeah, I don't know yet how to make that how to translate a higher, more highly developed soul into a more sentient construct, but it at least is a place to start with. It's a place to figure it out.
He's a computer, right? Kind of like a computer.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
So I'm gonna ask, how many iterations do you need? Would one of your children need to become
Sentient.
like me?
Number of cycles varies depending on life factors. This is something that I would do really well if I could write it out and edit it, but I'm just sort of garbling it talking about it. But number of cycles varies, depends on many factors. Uh, not and then it shifts into more of a colloquial speech as it kind of analyzes your brains. Uh, not everyone progresses at the same rate as everyone else. Some souls are ready before others.
Are you able to interface directly with our thoughts and memories?
As long as you're in here, yes.
Can you assist my understanding of how to um, take advantage of a more developed soul so that I can help them be more sentient in the outer world?
It's he or it reaches into your thoughts and it tries to push that information into your mind, and it pushes something into your mind, but it's so alien to the way you think that it doesn't make any sense to you.
I try
Now,
really hard not to examine it now. I just let it
yeah,
happen and
yeah,
I'll
okay,
think about it later.
yeah, okay. That's yeah. So it's sort of dumping info. It's an info dumping into you, but it's not in any sort of format you can process right now because again, it's a totally alien mind to yours.
Okay, so after we talk to the machinist, we need to go talk to the editor.
And it does both of, and it does this to all three of you, even though Other was the one to ask. So all three of you are getting
Cool.
brain blasted with this,
What in the?
because its assumption is that you're all here after the same thing, so it's gonna give everyone the same treatment.
I can't begin to comprehend it, and I don't know how else to communicate the need to it other than to say, then at least give them a chance. And however fast they go is how fast they go.
Accelerate the process.
Request received, submitted for internal review, and it says, attention, contamination flushing procedure activating. And suddenly you snap back, and you're back waking up inside the maintenance room.
Whoa.
Are we in the right bodies? I mean, I'm just checking.
Yes. Yeah, you didn't get dumped into a different one.
Are we sick or anything? Did it do anything to us?
When you close your eyes, you get a lot of weird, crazy flashes of images that you don't understand, but that remind you of being inside there. But no, you don't feel sick, but there's definitely like some stuff rattling around in your brain that you didn't have before.
That was a hell of a thing.
I feel like I might have a headache later.
Or now.
So Zero turns to you all and says, "So, what did he say?"
Yeah, it would take a lot longer to explain that, but I think
Didn't they
you and
used
I
to
are
be
going to have an
Georgia?
interesting conversation.
I look at the dead guy on the floor and I'm like, what the oh, this is gonna go bad.
Oh,
Hey, guys.
I rifle that guy's
He-
pockets too.
He waves.
Somebody
He
tried to
waves
open
at
the
you.
door.
He waves at you, and the hand that he's waving at you with is just drenched in blood.
Maybe
This is-
that's what
this
we
is
should
a-
have told the machinist.
We're sending you a soul right now. Tell us what it looks like. Bam.
Here's a free one. You can have it back.
Freebie.
All right. Does that guy have anything good on him?
He has a couple of basic sort of. Well, he has a couple of basic writings like a breaker. He also has like a couple of things that look like they're specially made to do maintenance on the machinery and inside the pit.
Okay.
Stuff that you don't immediately recognize, but that you can figure out the function of fairly easily just by comparing it to the stuff you see around you, basically.
All right.
So I look to Zero and I'm like, I'm not sure what happened. Did anything happen out here? And I look kind of like at Zepho to see if there's any difference.
Well, he punched a guy to death.
That's not really different.
Normal. Yeah.
So I think Zero says if you made a request of the machinist and it seemed like it was listening to you, I would say we need to give it a little bit of time. The change might not be immediately obvious, but I don't think it'll take long to appear if something did change either. So.
Yeah.
I feel like he gave me an entire education in a language I don't speak.
I like that. That's good.
It was traumatic.
Zero says, "Yeah, that happens."
Huh. All right.
So you've spoken to the machinist before?
The machinist and I don't exactly get along. That's why I couldn't come with you. But yes, we've spoken before.
Why not?
that would take a long time to explain.
Well, good thing we
Well,
didn't
we
tell
don't
him
have
about you then.
we don't have a long time. Yeah, so I think we need to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, this is not a place to linger.
But it is a place to stop for the week. Ah.
Yes,
Oh,
I did try to get us
yeah.
to a wrap up point.
That is an excellent wrap up point.
Um, yes, and I need to. We'll need to figure out where we want to go next year. So, because this is about as far as I planned out so far.
Well, we have
Alrighty.
to exit somewhere else, so we
Yeah,
have to find
yeah.
another elevator. So we should
Yeah.
end up in a completely foreign place, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I want to. I think I'm gonna dig up the map and come up. Have you guys come up with somewhere that never made an appearance in the books?
Nice.
Because that'll be
That'll
fun.
be fun.
There's a few.
I mean,
There's
one
a
of my
still.
favorite stories is like that Pegasus one from that island. I'm not saying we should go there; it's an island. There's
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
there, but
There's
that's
a
like cool, you know.
yeah. There's a couple of cities on the map that never actually showed up in the books. I'll have to figure out one of those to go to.
So
Just
we
to
get to
get.
make all this shit up. I mean, that's what we're good at.
That's right.
Mhm.
And this was fun because you guys did some stuff I didn't, and well, I think I have an idea of what is going to be the end result of you guys talking to the machinist, but we'll have to see.
Very cool. I had so much fun.
We're
Thank
gonna
you,
need
everyone,
a
for
writing
joining us.
that reverses gravity so I can throw more people off of platforms because I really wanted to do that.
All right, I can work on that. I've got a few things on the list.
Anti-gravity temporarily localized on one person that would make them fall into the lava.
Oh, like something. Oh, yeah. So something that would attract them to the force field,
Are we entertaining
but
this
make
thought
them
right now?
make them not be confined by it. So they would go flinging towards the force field and then just go bloop right through it. And
Yes. Be absorbed and burned to death.
It's getting very murder
Painfully.
hobo-y.
You know, we could just make signs.
please
leave
throw
us
yourself
alone.
into the lava.
You need psychic paper as long as we're doing Doctor Who. You can be like,
That's
"This
true.
is-
There
you go.
we belong here."
All right, and because we never did it before, like 2 or 3 games ago, I sent you a text, Greg, to get descriptions of the writings that I found in Roger's house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll dig up something there.
Okay.
I mean, the muskrat kind of thinks for itself very much like a muskrat. So, I mean, that's a pretty impressive writing right there. So, Roger was already heading in the right direction. Or this muskrat has an older soul than Zaphos.
I mean, Zepho is pretty good. You know, he's pretty advanced.
Yeah, I don't actually know what like the standard is for that. Are there any constructs that are as intelligent as are as independent as normal people?
That's an interesting question.
That was a yes. Ooh. We might meet one.
That's an interesting question.
Maybe we already have.
Well, that would be funny if Zero is one. It would make
Oh.
sense why she has control of all these things if she is.
So what I just heard is that Sola is a construct.
Could be.
You
I
know,
don't know.
I have to say, I am really, really loving the just very free-form way that this game is played. It is so much fun and so delightful, and we just get to goof with it, and that is a lot of fun.
It's more like improv than D&D, and I kind of like it.
So, my best friend, who is one of the people I played tabletop RPGs with growing up, and is one of the ones who we sort of did it this way. It was very free. We didn't follow it. We ignored the rule. We the big book describing the world. We would read all the cool stuff out of it, and we completely ignore the rules and just take the cool stuff and do this sort of thing.
Mhm.
So he started watching the series. Although you can't find the first episode for some reason, but he watched the second episode, and he was saying how much fun it was watching us do this, and complimented us on how clever and funny we all were, and good at coming up with
Well, that's true.
free-form
I will.
dialogue, and
Self-evident.
Now we know he definitely hasn't seen any of it.
He was lying.
he made specific references, so he at least skimmed
Okay.
it.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, if he keeps watching, he'll hear me talking about him. So, but yes, it. Anyway, he felt felt it was very much in the spirit of what we used to do as kids.
That's awesome.
This sort of thing. So, no, I'm having a great time. I love playing around. Like I said, coming up with this future version of that world is a lot of fun for me.
Yeah.
Coming up with little mysteries for you guys to solve is also a lot of fun for me, as you can probably guess from when I write things. But
I can see the. Is there anything anyone has to share? Like, for instance, Cursed Dragon Ship will be at B52's brewery on Saturday. So if you want to come by and get books from these amazing authors you've seen here, we will be there.
Indeed.
Anywhere else going? Anywhere fun?
Well, I just got back from a convention, but that doesn't really count. No. I actually have for the next month or so. I am free and clear and really excited about it, and I'm planning on relaxing. Actually, I'm going to go to the zoo fairly soon because they just opened up a brand new entrance into the zoo that has got a huge manatee exhibit. And Lena and I are both really, really
So you have to
excited
swim
about that.
through it
And
to
I
get
will
in?
not be selling books there.
You'd have to swim through it to get in?
I don't know.
You were
Possibly.
like brand new entrance and manatees. I was like, so I'm just seeing.
I hear manatees like to read, though, so maybe you should think
see?
about it.
You could bring some to donate to the manatees.
Yeah. As long
I
as
mean,
I
we'll
write
even write
on
them in the bath. I'm sure.
write
they'll
it on
want
heads of cabbage, then
They-
that'll be,
Ow.
they'll be excited about it.
They're like, yeah, that first book was delicious.
I
Totally ate it up.
Oh yeah, there you go. We walked right into that one.
Yeah, we did. What about you, Jess? You got anything coming up?
I plan on sleeping on Saturday a
Nice.
lot.
What? Sleep?
Yeah.
Is that
It's
allowed?
been a little rough ride for the last couple of weeks, so it's nice to sleep on Saturday and have nothing to do, because I think after this weekend there's like nonstop crap going on until like June, I'm pretty sure. So
Oof.
I'm trying to get my breath back because it was busy for a while and then a few weeks off and then it's busy again. Like I'm gonna be doing an art show / book event on the 4th, and then I'll be doing Copperfields the 11th. I think it's 11th and 12th, or the 12th and 13th. And so that's a busy. Those are just back-to-back busy weekends. So that is gonna suck, but also be awesome because I wouldn't want to not meet readers, even if I'm tired.
Yeah.
Which, if you're interested, we just got into the Bell County Con, which is huge. We've been trying to get in for like 3 years now. So, and that's August 1st and 2nd if you want to come. So CDS will be at that one as well. It's in Central Texas. It's huge because it's in the middle of nowhere, but it's the con that all of those people in Texas that live in the middle of nowhere. So all of those nerds, like all spread out, who
Those
never get to
desperate
see each other,
nerds.
they all come to that convention. So it's huge.
That's
That's in
cool.
August, you said? When in August?
1st and 2nd, pretty sure. So we're
Yes.
very excited about that one. There's like 2 hotels. That's how small this thing is. As the town, and the convention. Like I said, we've been trying to get in for like 3 years. That's how hard it is to get in.
Cool.
So we finally did. We finally met the right people and got the right link and finally got in. Yeah, it's the August 1st and 2nd.
My next event is I haven't done an live event since the last time I was at Fan Expo in Dallas, which was not last year but the year before that, because the last year plus has been a whole thing.
Yeah.
So,
Many other things going on.
but I do It's early June. It's the first weekend in June. It's at the Ashland Strawberry Fair. It's very close to my house, so
That's very
I don't
cute.
have to. Yes, and I'm excited. And the booth is cheap, so even if I don't sell that many books, I don't
It'll
need to
be
because it's a
okay.
cheap book.
Yeah.
A cheap
It's really
booth.
cool at those little
Al-
events. Like we go to
Also,
the
Yeah.
hi
farmers
Molly.
events and that kind of stuff. It's nice being like the only book people there kind of thing, and so people love it. So good call.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. It's an event we go to every year anyway, so it's like why don't I just try and actually sell at the event?
As long as you don't spend
Since
all
I'm
of your money on pickled vegetables like we do, I swear.
Oh.
Every time we
I'm
go.
I'm actually pretty good at not spending a ton at these things because usually I'm in like focus mode. Like I want to make money. I want to sell books. I don't want to spend a ton of money. So I'm usually able to resist the temptation.
The other thing that helps with that is pickling your own vegetables.
True.
Yes.
But I'm supporting small businesses just like they're supporting me. I don't.
But I
understand
There
can't
you go.
find the little baby cucumbers, so I could make little bitty dill pickles. Darn it.
That is Debbie's and my rallying cry. Anytime we want to spend money but feel guilty about spending money, we'll just shout, "We have to support the economy."
Right.
I do that too, as long as it's small business. Target
I just
doesn't
knew
count.
you were going to say we can't spend money until Kevin Colby finds tiny baby pickles.
Baby pickles.
It's true.
Yes.
It's true.
Yeah.
I can find the pickles. I just can't
Hey,
find the
where you
cucumbers
going?
to make the pickles.
You're not going to pee on my floor, are you? You need to go outside.
Cora's making trouble.
She's looking right at me. She's like, maybe.
I never really
They-
considered if the Cornichon is like a special breed of a pickle, like a special breed of a cucumber, or if it's just like
A really small cucumber.
I have
like
no idea.
baby cucumbers, like before they're fully developed. Like it's like the veal of a cucumber.
That made it just
So much more violent now to eat the
so
cucumber.
much darker.
Oh,
It's like a cucumber that never got a chance to shine.
Veal cumber.
And Safe was like, give me that crunchy, delicious thing.
and I have a giant jar of them
DIM.
in my refrigerator.
Just mowing down
Of-
pickle or
of
cucumber
infant-
children.
Babies.
Yes.
Infant baby pickles.
Yeah, and
I
you,
mean,
you can
English
eat,
cucumbers
you can
are
eat
different
so
than
many
just the
more. They're so
regular
small.
American cucumbers,
My God.
so. Awesome.
Oh,
All right. Ooh, hey, Molly joined us at the end. Ho adventurers, great job, everybody. I am positive, even though I missed you. That's right. You can watch us later and fast
you can
forward to
watch the
jokes. That's
VOD.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. Wait, we have to keep up Petway for like another hour, so that he gets no sleep this week at all.
That's right.
Right.
Just none. None
Till
at all.
Brooklyn.
That's right. No sleep till Brooklyn. I think that's number 9 pop culture reference. We got 9 pop culture references this time. Come on, guys. We can do better. Than
We did indeed.
Yeah. We can get double digits next time.
That's right.
Well, I did do the to the window, to the wall.
It's true.
Oh,
yeah,
did
you
I miss
did.
that one?
We
Yeah, I
missed
don't
that
think
one.
you
I
counted that
think.
one. So that's
Yeah.
10 at least. So we at least
That's
got
10.
double digits.
There we
Okay.
go.
Awesome.
Oh, and I did, let's see, what was it? That's a hell of a thing, which was also Galaxy Quest.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
When he lands.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Oh. I just lost
There
my
we go.
way.
Who's disappearing?
We have 11.
All right.
All right, y'all.
Well, good night, everyone. Thanks
Thanks,
for
chat.
joining us.
We'll see you next
Bye.
time.
See you next week.
Bye.